has any specific questions on any of those for, Scott's not here today, he's on vacation, but for Dave or I.
Is there any other details regarding the I&I study? I didn't see any in the packet.
Dave, you met with Strand, right?
Just that we met with Strand. We're getting them some additional information on pumping times and estimated gallons at our lift stations. A couple other pieces of information so they can finalize their report, and then we'll have a chance to review that.
Yes, Commissioner Robinson.
So I have two questions. One deals with, is you're looking at the insurance, sewer line insurance program. I assume that's through the National League of Cities, and there's another underwriter for that?
Yeah, a home serve, I think it is. Yeah.
And how, are there a lot of other communities that have done that? And my concern is a rebate to the utility, if there are options, what is it, that the community has to agree to allow them to do it, and then you would bill it on a?
No, I mean, it's a choice. So the homeowners, it's a service that, that the customers would have an option to elect into, but there would be an agreement between the city or the utility and the National League of Cities for offering the program. And so I don't have all of the details ironed out yet with it, but the mayor and I had a conversation a few months ago initially, and then there's I guess to answer your question about a lot of municipalities around the country that are doing it, not a lot in Wisconsin yet. And so we're going to reach out to some of them and see how it's been going. Most of them are west of here, in the Dakotas, Utah, out on the west coast and stuff. So they're working their way east, I guess. And so we're going to kind of look into it. I mean, from first glance, it looks like it's something definitely to look into.
So is it typically associated with a rural water association or district where you've got a longer service line, or not?
No, it truly is. They call it a warranty program, but it really is just an insurance program from what I can tell so far, and that customer will pay so many dollars a month to have that, and if there's a leak, if there's a repair or replacement that's required, then they make the claim, and it would be covered by this service. So.
And then my second question deals with the updating of the sewer rate schedule.
Yes.
And the intent there is to reference a process that will yield or provide an attachment or a note to the ordinance, or how will you do that, and how will we ensure due process and public participation through that?
So a couple months ago, if you remember, we had talked about implementing kind of a policy manual on how we're going to do it. So we're looking at a few different things right now in the policy manual. One of them is how sewer rates get implemented or looked at and raised. Public participation, public hearings, that whole process. But what the issue is right now is that by statute, the commission has full authority to make adjustments to the sewer rates, okay? And how they're written is that the actual rates are in the ordinance. And so, but the council has, full authority to amend the ordinance. And so there's kind of a conflict there if the commission approves to increase the rates, and then we have to take it to council to amend the ordinance. And then if the council says, well, we don't like this, then there's kind of that conflict. So what we want to do is take the rates out of the ordinance, have them on a fee schedule, and the ordinance itself will just reference the fee schedule. So the ordinance does not have to be amended every time that the sewer rates are changed.
So will the council have a role in that approval? Your water rates are set through the PSC.
Correct.
But your sewer rates are set through the local process.
That's correct. With final determination can be done by the commission by statute.
Or commission with council approval?
Well, the council has delegated that authority to the commission through ordinance. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other discussion?
Can I go back to this, what we discussed, or what was discussed previously, the service line insurance program?
Sure.
Do we collect the money, and do all the members of that have service to the utility have to be take part in it?
No, not everybody has to. It's an elected program, so customers that want to can, those that don't do not have to do it. And we don't handle the fees. The organization, the National League of Cities, actually, we get, or it's home serve, I'm not sure which, but depending on how many people sign up for it, they provide us a certain amount of money back based on the, collections that they make. So we don't specifically handle any of that money.
Okay, very good. Previously, the programs everybody had to participate, so I was just curious if that was the same program.
Okay, no.
Are there any more questions or discussion points on the report? Okay. We'll move on to item number 3, request approval of chemical quotes for year 2021. I would entertain a motion. Motion by Robinson. Second.
Full qualified proposal?
All right, Commissioner Robinson moves that we accept the lowest qualifying proposal, second by Herbst. Any discussion here? I don't know if you'd like to talk a little bit about this, Eric? Or?
Yeah, we go out typically every year to different vendors, and as you can see on here, all the ones that are highlighted are the lowest proposals and quotes that we've received. So this is just a final approval for us to enter into a contract for the year for 2021 with these vendors.
Any other questions?
So were these quotes or bids?
Well, I guess you could call them bids. They were advertised and they were sealed bids that came in. So it's not construction, it's just materials, but yeah.
Any other questions? All right, all of those in favor of approving the lowest bid for the chemical quotes for 2021 can signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Doesn't look like that. That passes unanimously. Thank you. Moving on to item number 4, discussion and possible action on acceptance of proposal for sewer condition assessment. Would you like to kick us off?
Sure, I can. We went out for bids for these services for cleaning and televising one of our large sanitary sewer lines, our interceptors. We had a collapsed interceptor a couple months ago over on M Street. It was a fairly extensive repair, and so it showed some hydrogen sulfide issues that we've had because it is concrete pipe, and it has been on our schedule to try and get these lines cleaned, these larger diameters that we can't necessarily do in-house. And so we went out, we had 4 proposals or 4 bids that came back in for the work, and they're here in front of you. We've had in the past, I guess we hydroclean. Dave, you can step in here. HydroClean is currently doing our slip lining project in town, and then obviously the 2 lowest bids were HydroClean and Northern Pipe. So we are proposing to actually move ahead with Northern Pipe, which is about $500 more than the low bid of HydroClean, just based on performance with HydroClean and the work that they have with us right now. Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I don't know. We're still finishing up that project. There's been some issues that we're working out.
Yeah.
But we're more comfortable going with Northern Pipe at this time.
All right. I guess to kick us off, I would. Oh, I'm sorry. Joe, if you want to repeat. Okay.
Well,
Okay,
it's not-
if you're saying anything, we can't hear you, so I guess I would entertain a motion at this point. Yes?
I would move that we concur with the staff's recommendation, accept Northern Pipe Incorporated's proposal based upon past performance.
All right, I have a motion to accept Northern Pipe's proposal. Do I have a second? Second by Herbst. Any questions or further discussion here?
As the question was raised regarding the chemical bids, is this a bid or is this a proposal?
We-
Because
we-
you have to take the low bid. And I think it says proposal it says proposal on the agenda, so I think we're okay to go up from that.
Yeah, I could have misspoke, Joe. I mean, they are proposals. It's not for construction. It's for, services. So we do go out for proposals for services. So you're correct, yeah.
Then we're okay. All right, very good.
Okay, any further discussion? All of those in favor can signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Aye.
That is unanimous. Thank you very much. Moving on to item number 5, discussion and possible action on version proposal for micro turbine factory protection plan extension. Want to give us a
I'm going to refer that one to Dave.
perfect? Dave is ready to tell us all about it.
Yep.
So we've got 2 microturbines that generate the electricity from the methane that we generate in our digesters, and they've been running consistently since we purchased them about 9-10 years ago. But the service contract is running out, and so we have the option of extending that. And I'd recommend that we extend it. It doesn't run out till late in January, and so we've got some time to reconsider this at the meeting, commission meeting in early January. And so I have requested some more information. They're going to be on site on Thursday is how it kind of fell out here, to take a look at what we've got and go over those proposals. So I guess at this point, I just want you guys to be aware that we're looking at it and that we want to evaluate the options, and I think I'd recommend bringing it back in January. So.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Does anyone have any question or concern about that? Yes.
I just have a more generic question as it relates to our equipment and maintenance schedule. Do we have an inventory and auditing process that tracks our equipment and replacement schedules and maintenance schedule for your facilities and at the water treatment plant?
Yes and no. Our old system was based on an XP computer, and that has essentially collapsed. It was kind of clumsy anyway, and we weren't making good use of it. For the time being, we're tracking key maintenance issues on a spreadsheet, and keeping it up to date and keeping the spreadsheet up to date are tasks that we struggle with sometimes. But as part of the new plant expansion, we're going to be looking at a system that would track that and be more extensive. It would have, the equipment would be tied to the same tags that are used throughout the plant for the SCADA system. Okay. And I'm hopeful within the next couple of years we'll have a more robust system up and running. So.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is there any further discussion here? All right, the last item on our agenda is adjournment. So, motion by Robinson, second by Herbst. We are adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.